Good afternoon, everybody. Time for a wolfofbricks.com update. Once again, I am Jim, and this is where we talk about Lego investing and reselling. So before we go any further, of course, I'd like to humbly ask everybody to like and subscribe. It would be an early Christmas gift if we got to 4,000 subscribers before Q4. So I greatly appreciate it. And before we go into the main topic, you know, I've talked about in the past where you always want to maintain control of everything you're selling. You have to maintain control. You should never be able to give a potential buyer any control. And that's just the way it is, right? It's not that you're not, you know, doing good customer service. You just want to make sure that you're protecting yourself and your business model, right? So I just wanted to share with you an email exchange I had with somebody on eBay, right? And I'll go ahead and read it to you. So this is regarding an end of auction email that I received from a buyer, and it says, hey, the shipping seems a little excessive. Can you recalculate shipping for STD ground? Now, here's the thing. When I sold this set, this was a set that I had expected to sell for maybe $175 to $200, right? And when the auction ended, it ended at, you know, somewhere around $100. And I thought, wow, that was curious. At the same time, I was not going to pull the listing and redo the auction. I was like, you know, it is what it is. That rarely happens where, you know, it really doesn't meet my expectation on an auction. I'm just going to go ahead and sell it because I have other damaged sets that I need to sell, right? And so when I looked at this email, I said, oh, that explains it. I have no idea why, but the shipping was calculated at $100. And I was like, okay, well, that kind of makes sense because I thought this would be going for $175 to $200 plus shipping, which the customer was going to pay for himself, right? So my reply back was interesting. Not sure why it did that, but that explains why the winning bid was so low. I'm selling the non-damaged box sets like crazy on Amazon for $225. If you don't want to pay postage, I'll just relist the item. It's up to you. And about 10 minutes later, I got a reply back and they said just paid, right? So here's the deal. I didn't want to cancel the listing and then relist it because I mean, that's kind of shady practices, right? Sometimes things go my way. They go my way a lot. And sometimes they don't. So I was just going to, you know, c'est la vie, whatever it is, it is. But when it came to this, I said to myself, you know, I'm going to put the ball in his court. And, you know, they replied back and they said just paid. So whenever you take that item that I thought would sell somewhere between $175 to $200, but it sold for around $100 and shipping was around $100. In the end, it all came out and I did sell it for around $175. I think shipping was somewhere around $25. So that's just an example of how you always maintain control of your business and your customers and all that good stuff. All right, now, I have done videos in the past and I've done a few blog posts on wolfofbricks.com about the 5 sets that got away, right? And one of them's a Millennium Falcon. I forget which one, which set number. It was originally around $130, I think back in 2015, maybe. And there were others, but I think the Maersk ship, I think it may have been one. But recently I was on Amazon and I'm like, okay, let's just go through some Lego prices and see what's going on. And I found the price of this one set and I was like, you got to be kidding me. I can't believe how high this set is selling for, right? And this is a set that I've thought about buying plenty of times. And this, I think, is probably the one set that's number one on my list now of sets that got away. Now, I'll give you a couple hints and I want you to try and think of what it is. And in the meantime, I would love everybody to have a top 3 or top 5 list in their head of sets that got away from you and see if it matches up, because I guarantee this probably isn't on your list. I think this is a very low-key set. I didn't see anybody talking about it, which is probably a reason why I didn't even buy one. Because I said to myself, this is just such a cool set. I should probably buy one just as a collector. And I didn't even do that. And it's just killing me, right? So this is a set that I think retired back maybe 2018. I think it retired in 2017, but this is a set that I saw long past 2017. We're talking like June 2018, right? This is a price point of around $70. This is a Creator 3-in-1 set. Okay, so those are your clues. Can anybody think of what this set is? I mean, I would put this competitively around the same price as the TIE Fighter helmet, right? So you would think everybody that's talking about the TIE Fighter helmet, there would be at least some people that would have been talking about this set back in 2017, 2018. And it just didn't happen. I just didn't see it. If there was a lot of chatter, drop it in the comments. I would love to hear some of those old school Lego resellers, comment about this. So here we go. It is Lego Creator 3-in-1 set number 31039 Blue Power Jet. I love this set. I said, man, this is such a cool set. I mean, to be honest, it's pretty much an F-14. And let me tell you, man, I know Lego has that policy around military sets, aircraft, whatever, and there was that issue with that one helicopter jet that was a rescue jet that was pulled. It was a Boeing. I just can't remember it. But this set is awesome, and I think I'm going to go ahead and purchase this on eBay used just so I can go ahead and have an affordable copy of this set for build. So this set did retail for around $70, and I saw this set discounted all the time. It was as low as $50, right? So when we go to brickset.com, you can see that it came out in 2015 and it retired in December 2016, right? But again, I saw this practically June of 2017. Now, some of you may be saying, well, Jim, that's a long time. And I'm not saying it's not for it to be on the shelf, because you want to minimize it, right? You want to make sure that worst case scenario, those sets that are on your shelf are gone no later than 24 months. Ideally, maybe around 18 months, right? But I'm pretty certain that, even though this is a really good return on investment percentage right now, I'm pretty certain you still would have done pretty good. Like it would have been around maybe 175 or 150, which if you're getting it for $50, it still would have been a great deal if you would have sold it for $150 2 years ago. So when you go to Camel, you can see it's still a broken chart. Eventually, I'm probably just going to buy a Keep subscription. I like Camel for people that are new to Lego investing, and I think it helps them, definitely helps them more than it helps me. But I like sharing this website because it helps the newer Lego investors. But Patreon members all the time joke with me how they're all going to chip in and buy me a Keepa membership. I'm going to buy a Keepa membership very soon, I promise you. I've said that in the past, but when the chart keeps on being broken like this, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. It's not necessarily because of price, of course. It's just that I'm a habit of old routines. But you can see here, if there was a trend line, and of course there would be some price action right here, it wouldn't be an exact diagonal line. I could easily see that this was going to be $150 somewhere around 2019. Now, the unfortunate thing is I have yet to see another set like that at the $70 price point. There are some other sets out there, and we could go to this one right here. This is the Lego Creator 3-in-1 Supersonic Jet. This actually, I could be wrong, this reminds me of the jet that Chuck Yeager, whenever he broke the sound barrier many decades ago. But this goes for $19.95. I highly doubt that it's going to have the same sale price as $259, but the return on investment will, probably, hopefully be the same. And this is a set that's available now. If it does go for $15.99 and it's on sale, I do think I'm probably going to get a couple just for fun. And here's the thing. I haven't dove into a lot of Creator 3-in-1s. I have purchased some mini modulars, and I have purchased a few other sets, but I haven't gone deep, right? I haven't done 20, 30, 50 of the Creator 3-in-1s. I honestly don't know if I would do that here. I would probably buy 5, right? Because we've talked in the past about getting out of your comfort zone. You know, many years ago, architecture was pretty much the only theme that I would purchase. That was around 90% of my inventory. And then I started expanding. I started dabbling with Star Wars. I started dabbling with Duplo. I did more Duplo last year when it came to purchasing Lego sets than I have ever. If I were to be saying this would be going out of my comfort zone, it would be a little bit of a stretch because buying 5 of these sets at $20 isn't going to break me, right? I do think it'll be well, and it'll be a good lesson whenever I do it. And of course, this would be discounted. But if this were to do really well after, you know, post-retirement, then I would be willing to purchase a lot more. So this is a set that I really regret not purchasing, right? I mean, it was literally staring me in the face so many times. And I'd be looking at it, and it would be saying to me, come on, Jim, I'm discounted. Buy me, buy me, buy me. And I just didn't do it. And I really do regret it. So whenever you're looking at things to purchase, again, you know, you may be willing to go out of your comfort zone a little or buy something that, you know, you've done your due diligence on. And of course, buy something that you really like, you believe will do well, and people aren't talking about it because that would only increase your return on investment percentage. Hope you enjoyed the video, my friends. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Once again, I'm Jim with wolfofbricks.com. Always go out there and get it.